Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got even more leaks to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. The leakers are still dropping so much information about the Generation 9 games. There's a lot to go over today, so if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment with your thoughts on the latest leaks. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we have Centro Leaks kind of just recapping all of the latest information from Riddler and stuff like that. I don't know if Kaka said anything recently. It's kind of just been Riddler. But either way, a lot more information to go over. So we start off by saying Paradox Pokemon Pokédex descriptions, a little bit of a tongue twister there, are written like they were gossips. So for example, future Volcarona, which is of course exclusive to Pokemon Violet, is described as an apocalypse weapon. So yeah, they have their own kind of descriptions like that in the Pokedex, because they do get their own separate Pokedex entries. It's not like Volcarona will have its Pokedex entry, and then also it will show like the futuristic version. It'll actually have its own separate Pokedex entry. I'm not sure if they're going to be like right next to each other in the Pokedex. Maybe it's like all the normal Pokemon, and then at the end is all the Paradox Pokemon. But either way, they are going to be known as having like their own gossips and stuff like that, and again, their own descriptions, such as apocalypse weapons and stuff. I'm guessing that's going to be the futuristic kind of descriptions and stuff like that. The prehistoric ones, or at least the ones from Scarlet, they're probably going to have different kind of descriptions. You're not really going to call something from the past like an apocalyptic weapon from like the prehistoric times. I mean, I guess you could, but you know what I mean. Like, that seems like more of a futuristic phrase. Again, that's just the one that was given by Riddler. They might all be called like apocalyptic weapons or whatever in the future. We're not too sure, but either way, that's kind of the descriptions of the Paradox Pokemon. And then we actually have something massive to go over as well. This is a big one. The DLC will have PKHex-like features. So if you don't know what PKHex is, it's basically what a lot of people use to hack in Pokemon. So for people that don't want to like breed Pokemon perfectly and legitimately and stuff, they'll just hack them in from like third-party software, and that's PKHex. People do it for like actual tournaments and stuff like that. Don't know why they're allowed to, but either way, they do it. I've done it before, obviously, for like ROM hacks and stuff. I mean, well, not ROM hacks, but like different ROMs and stuff. You know what I mean? It just saves a lot of time instead of like having to level everything up. It's just really, really useful. However, though, a feature like PKHex will be introduced into the DLC. So not the base games of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but the DLC will have PKHex-like features. So the ability to more directly create or customize Pokemon. So yeah, like I say, PKHex, really useful for creating Pokemon out of nothing, or customizing Pokemon in the way you want, like giving them egg moves and stuff in like 2 seconds flat instead of having to breed everything. So that's going to be really, really busted for competitive, and it makes sense that we're getting something like that because breeding seems to have been, I guess, knocked down a notch in terms of like how useful it's going to be for competitive, because usually in the past we breed Pokemon for competitive use, like with IVs and stuff and egg moves and abilities and everything like that. But now it seems that that probably isn't going to be the case because it's a different way of breeding through like picnics and stuff. So that's why this is probably going to be implemented, so you can easily create custom Pokemon, which is really useful because you don't have to waste time on like breeding and stuff. But yeah, that's not out to the DLC. So again, not really sure how the competitive is going to work until the DLC, like in terms of how to create these competitive Pokemon. But either way, when the DLC drops, it's going to be very, very easy. And as well as that, that of course doesn't mean all the features, but at least one thing, I'm guessing, but at least one thing to make having the perfect Pokemon easier. So again, probably won't have all the features of PKHex. I don't think it's going to literally let you create a Pokemon out of nothing, give it all 31 IVs, the best nature for it, the best ability for it, egg moves for it. I don't think it's going to be like that, but it's probably going to be able to allow you to do a few of those things. But either way, a really, really cool update on like the DLC and stuff like that. Next up, we have this from Poryleaks. Now, this is how the Datamine is most likely going to work with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We're getting very close to Datamine time. There's been a lot of stuff on Twitter lately of people kind of like lying about leaks and everything. I've not really been looking too much into it, but like some people have been like tweeting at me about it and stuff. I kind of keep away from all that. This is the actual like Datamine and how it's going to go. This is how it's gone with previous games. So it's posted by Poryleaks, and we're at this part here. So shipping information acquired, which is obviously when all the games get shipped off to the different retailers and stuff, ready for when the kind of release date obviously comes. Anyway, the thing after that will be like a photo of the box with the game cases in store distribution center, so you'll know that like they're legit. A lot of people have been like faking having the game. That's not the case. You'll know it's legit and stuff when people like show the backs of the game and like the actual cartridge and stuff like that. And again, that's when it starts getting really exciting, because you know people will then have like the game in their possession. And then images of someone with a game case surfacing on the internet, that's what will happen next. Like I say, someone that works at these different game distributors will then pick up the game. Again, I'm not sure if they steal it or anything like that, or they're literally allowed to take it home. I have no idea, but either way, they will then acquire it. Like, it's not going to be from like a leaker on Twitter or like a YouTuber or anything like that. Like, this will literally be from some random person that works at a game shop, and then will just get their hands on it, and then that's when they'll start leaking it. And then game screen captures surface on the internet. However, nobody has what is that? Is that a dustbin? Oh no, I'm guessing, is that a pizza? I have no idea what that is. Either way, basically just, I guess, screen captures of the game, video footage, stuff like that. And then the game shows up on 4chan, or someone finds it IRL, which is obviously like the download of the game, which is obviously then when people download it, and then the data mine begins, and then everything gets leaked. So again, we're here at this point, so all this still has to happen. But again, it's estimated to happen on the 27th of October, which is not far away, between that and the 8th of November. So it's usually a couple weeks before the game drops, but I think it was Legends Arceus that dropped really early, or it might have been BDSP. Either way, one of them dropped really, really early, like 3 weeks before or something like that, which is not usual. But either way, that's kind of how it will go on Scarlet and Violet. I wouldn't believe anybody saying that they have the game already and stuff. Like, no, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's literally just going to randomly pop up on like 4chan and stuff. Anyway, moving on to more leaks, we have Riddler Q here saying a few tips for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. And the adventure tip 1 is keep an eye on picnic features, will provide valuable buffs. Now, we know this is a thing anyway, because in the latest like big 14-minute overview gameplay trailer where we got the picnic feature introduced, we saw in the top right hand side of the screen when they were creating a sandwich, it was like electric Pokemon appearing +1 or something like that. Like, it gave buffs in the top right screen, and it was like a raid bonus and attack bonus or whatever. So these will be quite useful. They will provide valuable buffs as you play through the game. Again, this could be, I still think this could be for shiny hunting as well. I think if you get a buff that like makes electric Pokemon appear more frequently, I think that'll also boost the shiny odds. And I think this will be like, this picnic feature is a massive new feature in Pokemon. They're completely changing how we get like Pokemon eggs and stuff. So I think it will also come with a shiny hunting method as well, because Masuda method is probably not going to be in the game, and that's a massive shiny hunting method. And so I think there will be another shiny hunting method to do with like eggs and stuff, picnics to do with eggs, and I think that it's going to be through stuff like that. And the next tip is that some 3-stage new lines are hard to use in adventure, so better catch the ones you're familiar with. And then, by the way, this Pokemon is good. So, yeah, apparently some new 3-stage lines. Again, we know all the 3-stage lines, I'm pretty sure, but apparently a couple of them are hard to use in adventure, so I don't know what that means. Maybe the types just aren't really that good for what you're going to be taking on with, like, the gyms and the Team Star bosses and stuff like that. But, yeah, basically he's saying, you know, better catch the ones that you're familiar with. I'm not like that. I'm always going to play a new Pokemon game with a new team of 6 Pokemon. Like, I'm not going to use an old Pokemon when there's new ones out there. You know, I've already used the old ones, so I don't care if it's going to make the game more difficult. I'm only going to be using new Pokemon for my first playthrough anyway. And then tip 3, jump ship while playing. No idea what that means at all. I'm not sure if we're actually going to be on a boat at some point. And then if we can like jump off onto like a secret island or something, I have no idea. And then tip 4, turn on Let's Go. So Let's Go is obviously the new gameplay feature, auto battling and everything like that. And you know, Riddler Q is saying, you know, turn it on. It's apparently it's going to be really useful. We know that it like levels up the rest of your team. It's going to be really useful for grinding and stuff like that. But you know, with the Riddler Q, he's saying, you know, turn it on. Some people won't want to turn it on because it could, I guess, accidentally kill a shiny. Maybe, we're not sure about that, but it probably could. So that's why a lot of people don't want to use it, but it is going to be really useful for leveling up Pokemon, finding items, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I'll turn it on, see if it's good or not. If it is kind of ruining things for me, then obviously I'll turn it off. But either way, it's a new gameplay feature. I'm excited to use it. That's that. We also have Soul Silverhawk kind of talking a little bit more about what we've already discussed. So this was Riddler Q saying, when you start playing this game, keep in mind that the book will tell you everything. And he's saying this, good thing we'll be enrolling in the different academy exactly a month from now. This is posted on the 18th of October. But yeah, he's saying the book will tell you everything. And then also, this sounds like fun. Can't wait to read all these and discover all of the new things in Paldea. Also, Violet stays winning. I'm sounding sick, and many of the other future paradoxes too. So yeah. This is just where Riddler Q was talking about the dex descriptions, obviously Centrally's covered, written on gossips and tabloids and stuff. And then as well as that, as for some of Q's other tweets today, I don't want to go over it too much because I don't want to spoil some story elements. If you want to check them out, go read the tweets. I'll leave you with this though. I know which one I'm betting on. So guess which gym leader is Elite Four. Place your bet. So yeah, I think this is like flying. This is grass. ground, and steel, maybe something like that. So yeah, one of the gym leaders is also apparently going to be one of the Elite Fours, which is quite interesting. I'm guessing it's the Ghost one, the Ghost gym leader, but you know, it could also be, I don't think it'll be the Grass gym leader because he's like one of the first ones you take on. I think it's going to be Ground or Ghost, something like that. I'm guessing Ghost. And then finishing things off, also, these are the opinion names of the other 2 starters we've had for Fuecocos for a while. Just waiting to see what our amazing community translators come up with, and then I'll update you in a tweet below this. Fuecocos was something akin to Ghost King, Chicken, Burn, Crocodile. And then also, okay, time to update. Here are the loose translations of the starter final evolutions from these wonderful people who also posted this tweet concerning the DLC, which obviously already covered today. Still very ambiguous, unknown info, but functions like PKHex sounds absolutely amazing in theory. So, yeah, like I say, a few decent leaks to go over today. Like I say, the PKHex thing sounds really good for the DLC. Also, the new paradox descriptions and stuff like that, they sound really cool. Again, we're not 100% sure on what he's talking about with all these like different tips and stuff. Obviously, we can make out the picnic one, we can make out the let's go one. Jump ship while playing, no idea. And again, not really sure what it means by these 3-stage lines and why he also... Maybe they take forever to level up or something. Maybe it's like Generation 5 where there's just a bunch of Pokemon that do not level up to the like level 50 and 60. Maybe that's why they're difficult to use. I probably think that's probably more likely, but either way, that's going to be everything for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on the latest leaks for the Generation 9 games. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.